Hey, what's up, Turtle Riders? Quick little announcement here. So I am on my way right now to Newton, Massachusetts to help join a protest against drag queens at Newton North High School. So we'll be doing that today. Sorry, obviously, for lack of content. The whole freaking swatting thing has taken a toll. Let's just say a little bit. So, but I don't really care. It's like about me, like I said. I can handle it. It's just, don't bring children into it. Don't. I mean, don't do it. You're a huge scumbag if you do something like that. I don't send police who, whether or not you like the men with guns, who are going to alarm you. And they were sent to our house at 2 o'clock in the morning. Woke me up. Woke us all up. How do you explain that to a kid? So that has me frazzled. I've been dealing with the police a lot today. Tomorrow I have a meeting with the town manager and the chief of police of Holden, and we are going to figure something out here because this can't continue. This can't continue. It needs to end. Like, so basically, when I moved to your town from Worcester in 2016, unfortunately I brought some baggage with me, but I'm a citizen, I have rights, I'm not breaking any laws, and I'm just as worthy of protection as anyone else. And yes, I guess it would be easier if I just gave up this thing that I've been building for 10 years. I guess that would probably be easier, and then I wouldn't have these problems, right? But I'm not going to live in a country like that where we have to remain silent about stuff because somebody might do something like this. Like, there has to be a remedy for that. There has to be every problem has a solution. This one does too. And one thing they've already decided to do is they've changed the policy for me. Like, so the policy of the town with wellness checks is you get a call like that, you go, period. With me, they're changing it. It's going to be that they're going to require that you prove who you are. You have to show a name, date of birth, where you are. You have to prove all that. Now, they're not. No one else is going to have to do that. But me, it's different because they don't want their time wasted, and more importantly, they don't want to bother innocent people while they're sleeping at 2 in the morning and alarm their children on school nights. It's not the police's fault. They're just doing their job. I don't blame them. Although the first cop who came with the record thing, I'm like, we can get to that later. It's like, I'll record whatever I want and I won't be asking next time. Like, well, let's just put it that way. That was me being friendly. I get the whole, like, you don't want to end up on the blog thing. I was just going to aim it at your feet. Like, to be honest, I wasn't going to show your face. I just wanted to have for my record because retards are saying, oh, he didn't, the cops aren't even coming. He didn't film it. Okay. But yeah, and you're also kind of like not ready for a situation like that. Like the police showing up at your door saying that you're going to commit suicide. And anyone who, like, I don't care how much you hate me, how much you don't like me, nobody deserves that. Nobody's children deserve that, I'll tell you that much. And it, you can't compare my kids who are 7 and 5 and uninvolved in anything and are completely innocent of everything, have no idea what any of this means or what's going on. They're going to kindergarten and 2nd grade every day. You cannot compare that to a 16-year-old who messages your page repeatedly and comments all over your YouTube channel repeatedly, writing some of those vile, heinous shit. These are not equal. These are not equal. Reporting on the crimes of a parent and what they did to a kid is not equal to this. Not equal. They're not the same thing. Don't even attempt to draw any parallels. And I've seen the 𝗵𝗵𝗃 thing as well. That's also ridiculous. Brett literally on air said that he was suicidal and he had a gun in his mouth. He didn't say, oh, I have a lighter in my mouth. He's like, there's a fucking gun in my mouth. kill myself. He was crying and drunk. I heard that the next day. I wasn't listening to it live. I heard that the next day. I don't listen to his shit. Somebody sent to me the next day. He goes, you got to hear this. I hear it. I text him. You all right? You want to come on the show? Talk about it? And he doesn't text back at all. Just doesn't text back. I'm like, is this motherfucker alive? So, do wellness check. It's not even remotely comparable. I never went on the air and said I was suicidal last night. Far from it. Far from it. So, that's just a horrible, stupid comparison. And if you think it's the same thing, it's not. Brett also doesn't live with a 5 and a 7-year-old child. Period. And they didn't come in the middle of the fucking night. Not the same thing. Not the same thing. But you knew that. Do not try to justify this. If you're friends with that Zach Marten person and you're still associating with him after this, then like, what's wrong with you? And like, if you're on, one of those panels and they start laughing about this and you're in the comments and like, if you can't speak up about this, then what's wrong with you? You're a coward. That's all. That's it. You're a coward. You can't talk about a 5 and a 7-year-old kid being terrorized in her home. My daughter was crying last night. Think of that. You're 7 years old. There's flashlights going up into your windows. That happens. No 7-year-old deserves that. Had to be comforted. Nobody deserves that. Twice in one day, they had cops come to their house. For nothing. So, like I said, these things are not equal. And you don't like my blog? Okay, don't read it. Not the end of the world. You don't have to like me. But this, if you're supporting a person like this, if you're associating with a person like this, and Zach Martin's gonna get his. Hope you're watching, Zach. I'm not gonna say too much. But what you did to my children last night, the terror that you put them through, because this is a fucking joke to you, this is like a game to you, that won't be forgotten. That will not be forgotten. Tomorrow, I'm going to be going to the courthouse tomorrow, and I'm going to be applying for a harassment prevention order against him, because this is more than fucking due. Because he has put legitimate fear into my family with what he did. Legitimate fear. We have way more than 3 instances of unwanted contact. What do you think every time you called me, Zach? I said, don't call here again. And I made sure I recorded it. And I said, we're recording this. You think I'm fucking stupid? It's all by design. So we're going to be going that route. So you're never going to talk about me again. You will never fucking mention my name again after tomorrow. Because the order will be granted. We're going to get the order. And then you can't say anything about me. Don't even fucking think about it. As for the other stuff, this is kind of a gray area with police. Like, they are looking into, there's a lot of things here because it involves interstate. It involves like some unknown ground, because the 2 people that called at 5 o'clock and at 1:30 in the morning, or 2 o'clock, whatever, they both used spoofing apps, which apparently the police just don't have the technology to get around for now. And that's what they've told me so far. I'm not going to accept that answer. Just understand that. We're going to make fucking noise if they even attempt to be like, well, you can't figure it out. Oh, you're going to figure it out. You are going to figure it out. Trust me on that one. If somebody called the Holden Police Department and said, we are gonna, I don't know, shoot up the school or blow up the fire department or something, they'd figure it out, wouldn't they? Yeah, they'd figure it out. They wouldn't just be like, well, it's a spoof app, so fuck it. Guess we'll never know. Not gonna happen. We're going to find out, and I'm not gonna rest until justice is served for what you did to my children. What kind of monster does that to kids? Seriously, what kind of what happened to you as a child in order to end up like this? What is wrong with you? And if you are another person who doesn't like me, but you don't have the balls to say this is fucking wrong to do to another person's children in the middle of the night, then you're a shitty person too. You're a horrible person. And Zach, like, you You would never do this if you lived anywhere near me, dude. Ever. 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 You understand? Do you understand? This is all you can do is hide. Hide from me. You would never do this if you lived anywhere near me. We all know what would happen. We all know. It would be bad. But we're not going to go that route. We're going to go the legal route. We're going to do that way instead. So be ready. So right now I'm on my way to, the purpose of this is I'm going to Newton, and I am planning on participating in a protest there. But I will not be streaming on YouTube. When I do an impromptu, I'm going to be streaming on the Clarence Woods Emerson Facebook page. I'm doing that because I don't want to fuck around with the notifications, because I'm going live with 𝗏𝗏𝗃 tonight at 9 o'clock. So Turtle Club, sorry you guys, canceled this week. I haven't canceled it in forever because this is a big opportunity to have Kirk on, talk about this. Didn't want to wait for the weekend, so I'm going to have him on. We're going to talk about it. But I want to make sure you get that notification. If you do too many lives in 24 hours, sometimes if I do 2, like, you might not get the notification. I know it's supposed to be 3 or whatever, but I just don't want to fuck with it. So I haven't done so if you're not on Facebook, you can just probably still go to the Clarence Woods Emerson Facebook page. That's my personal account. If you are, go like the page, follow it, whatever, and check it out, because I'll be posting some content on there shortly. If I do an impromptu live from there, I'm expecting trolls to be here. We will see. Hope they keep that same energy they had yesterday. And we will see you guys all tonight at 9 o'clock for the regularly scheduled, or the special scheduled live show with 𝗏𝗏𝗃. All right? Peace, Turtle Riders.